Hello and welcome to this presentation. My name is Lee Snyder, the product manager for the steel segment here at Tekla Inc. And what I'll be showing today are some updates that we've made to the base plate applicator extension, which is available for download on the Tekla warehouse. For those that aren't familiar with what this tool does, it allows you to define rules based upon profiles and classes within the model to automatically use that criteria to select the base plate size that should be then applied to the column. And I'll show you how that works here in a minute. But you can see here that I have several different columns here within the model with different classes and different profiles. So I'm just going to select all of these and then quickly run the label tool to show me the profile and what the class attributes are. So now you can see that here I got 16 by 89 with class 12, 16 by 100, class 120, and so forth there around through the model. So oftentimes what will happen on a job is an engineer will define a column schedule where the base plate size needs to be a certain thickness with a specified hole spacing with an associated anchor rod size. And those are then often correlated to column profiles or grid lines there within the model. So you can model in the columns and then use the base plate applicator to set up your settings, and then it can go through and automatically apply the appropriate base plate connection based upon the settings there. So here what I'll do is I'll just come in and launch the base plate applicator. It just has a few buttons here at the top. If I wanted to just start from scratch, I could come in here and click on the button to add in a profile or add in a new role where I can define the profile, the class number, any component name, and then based upon the component name here I can come in and select the saved attributes. So you could go through, define, set up all of the different types of base plate attributes, save them away, and then use this tool to apply them there throughout the model. So I could create those rules one by one, or I can just create them from selected objects here within the model. So I'll just come in and do that. That will bring in all of my different profiles with corresponding class numbers, and then just load in a default component name and attribute name. So let's take a look here just briefly how it works. Let's just focus on these two rules down at the bottom. So I have a 16 by 89 with class 2. Those are these ones here in red. And then a 16 by 89 class 12, which is this magenta color here over in the corner. So let's say for my class 2s that I wanted to come in and bring in straight rods, and then for my class 12 I want to bring in hooks or J-bolts. Then just with those two rules highlighted, I can select all the columns in the model, go through and run this, and then it will go through and apply those settings. So here I have the base plate with straight rods for my class 2, and then with my J-hooks for my class 12. Right? One of the things that has been requested that we add or update to this tool is the ability to come in and use wildcards. So for example here, let's say that I have my 16 by 89s and I don't really care what the class is, so I can just come in and add an asterisk there and then just window the entire model again, run this, and then it'll go through and find any 16 by 89 irregardless of the class. So here I got class 12, class 2, and class 14 that it's gone through and applied that component to. Going one step further, I can also come in and edit this. Let's say that I just, any 16 profile, I don't care, I just want it to come in and place this component whether irregardless of the class. So I can highlight everything, run this again, and now it'll add that there to my 16 by 100. So the same rules or logic works in reverse. I'll just undo those. So let's say that we wanted to take a look at our class 14. Maybe we want this just to bring in just a base plate with holes only. And here I have HSS 8 by 8 by quarter and a 16 by 89 on the same class. And let's just say I don't care, I have this set up based on class that these should get the same base plate. So I can just put an asterisk in there, highlight these, run that, and then those are the three that get those. Alright, another thing that we can do is if we come back to the 16 by 89s is I can also set up ranges or less than or greater than values. So let's say that I want to define all my 16s that were greater than class 2. Then highlight these, run the tool again, and then it applies it to my 12s, 120s, and 14s because they're greater than the class 2. I can also come in and set a range. So let's say find me anything that's between classes 2 and 14. Apply that there. Let's undo these that are in the model, select them again, run it, and then the only thing that's a 16, W16 between class 2 and 14 is class 12. So that's the one that went through and applied. So just several different options that you can use. These all the different options will be noted there within the help file for your reference. So we encourage you to use this, send us any feedback that you may have, and we hope you enjoy this new development.